Everyone, for my first video I thought I'd do like the vinyl tag thing that's going around. It seems quite fun, and yeah, you'll get to see a couple of my records, I suppose, and yeah, I hope it's good. It looks fun to do. So we're going to work through the questions. I hope you like some of what we got. Let's have a look. So first question is an album I highly recommend, and so for this I would go for Slider by T-Rex, and I think it's a lot of people they go for Electric Warrior as their sort of favourite T-Rex album, but I'd say this is my one. I'd say it's a lot as an album, it's a lot more concise. You've got stuff like Metal Guru, and on the other side Telegram Sam starting them off. That's really brilliant, but it's got the brilliant songwriting that's sort of out there. You sort of, when you're reading the lyrics sheet, you're thinking, what on earth is this about? But yeah, it's proper, really enjoyable, fun, glam rock. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking that album out if you haven't already, because it's a lot of fun to listen to. Right, and the next one is a tip for a beginner. So for a beginner, I would say if you go to a record fair, go in all like the cheap boxes first. So like if there's like £1 box or a dollar box, because you might find stuff in there, that could be in another box somewhere else for like a £5. So you do look out for the bargains first, and then you can go find the other stuff later. So, but that's that one. That's my tip. And then the third thing is a record that really got you into deeper music. So that would be 16 hit tracks, Atlantic Soul Classics. This is a compilation album I got from a charity shop about a year ago. It's really good actually. It's got loads of like quite the famous soul tracks. You've got Benny King, Stand By Me, B.A.B.Y, Carla Thomas, Green Onions, so some more obscure stuff that to sort of sink your teeth into, but a lot of famous stuff like Soul Man by Sam and Dave. I did a lot of listening to them after that because that's such a good song. In the Midnight Hour, Wilson Pickett. So yeah, there's a couple of artists. I think Wilson Pickett, some of his albums I checked out. Otis Redding especially. I thought, oh wow, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay is a great song. It's probably his most famous song. But yeah, after that I did a lot of listening to him, and yeah, he's pretty cool. I do like him. And the next one is an obscure record people might not know about. And well, I don't really have many obscure records because I'm not very knowledgeable about them. I don't really know what to go for. But I don't know. This is sort of obscure. I reckon a lot of people probably will have it, but I don't know. I don't have any friends who've heard of this guy. This is Harry Nilsson Smilson. He's a fantastic songwriter. I don't know. It was sort of it's his most popular album. It's got Without You, which was a massive single for him. But yeah, he's definitely worth picking up, and he goes for fairly cheap, and it's just really quite interesting songwriting. I've heard it compared to the White Album quite a bit, and there's quite a lot of different styles. Even like a really hard rocking album, really hard rock song, Jump Into the Fire. This is really enjoyable. You're driving along, Coconut. Coconut is crazy, but it's still quite fun to listen to. You'd think you'd get annoyed by Coconut, but oddly enough, it's really good. I've Got to Get Up is quite a cool one. It's a pretty good starter, but yeah, this is definitely worth checking out. It's just how do I describe it? Pop, maybe singer-songwriter sort of stuff. Yeah, but that's really cool. He never got the recognition he deserves, really, poor old Harry. But a lot of his albums are really brilliant. But that's the only one I got on vinyl. And the next one is a group who you collect all their albums or try to. So for this one, I've gone for the mighty ELO. I love ELO. I love Jeff Lynne. I think he's a genius and he deserves a knighthood. I think they're an incredible band. There's nothing they sound quite like. There's nothing that sounds like ELO. The orchestration is magnificent. The arrangement. But even then, you could write great pop songs, and even Jeff Lynne, he was just the lyrics, just amazing songs. Just coming out on an industrial scale. Really great stuff. And these albums, even then, the albums are just as good as the singles. This is brilliant. This is probably my favourite one. I've got a lot of the classic sort of series. They've got quite a few albums, but I don't know. I'm collecting them as I go. This is the first one, a New World Record. It's probably my favourite. A rock area. It's really bloody good. And proper hard rocking stuff. But I like the ballads as well, like Telephone Line. That's probably my favourite. Out of the Blue. I'd like to get this on blue vinyl. Yeah, not a bad double album. It sags a bit, but you know, most double albums do. It's quite good. Side 3, fantastic. Concerto for a Rainy Day, unbelievable. Discovery, I quite like this one. That was my first one. A bit more disco. It's just showing they got rid of the strings really, because that was, for me, that's part of the whole ELO. It does really make it a lot better, but that's the way it is. The Xanadu soundtrack, which I got for £2. Yeah, on the side 2 is basically ELO out songs. The side 1 is Olivia Newton-John songs. I don't really like. I've never listened to side 1. Don't really like Olivia Newton-John. But side 2 has got some of ELO's best songs in my opinion. It's got Don't Walk Away. It's fantastic, all over the world. It's definitely worth having. And the last one I got, which I got quite recently, is Time. I haven't actually got around to listening to this one yet, but I've heard quite good things about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Twilight. I do know the song Twilight. Yeah, Jeff Lynne, legend. Okay, right, next question is what was it? Oh yes, it was the album. Yeah, it was a band whose second album was better than the first. And for this one, I thought about it as I had to look at what second albums I've got, and I thought, but I definitely thought, yeah, this one, Eagles, Desperado. I like the first album. I like Take It Easy, but it's a little clunky in places. It's not so concise. A lot of the songs sort of don't work. Some of them don't work, but yeah, you can really tell they came to their own on here. And I think it might have to do with like the Western theme, and you've got some really cracking tracks on here. Desperado, Certain Kind of 40, like Dueling Doll, and I like how it's sort of it's a bit more like a circular story to it. So yeah, it is a concept album, but which you know is a big risk sometimes. But I do think they pulled it off, and yeah, for a second album, yeah, good album. So, I can't believe that Desperado wasn't released as a single. The next one was like it was like a random pick, and so this is what I found for £1 in the charity shop recently. It's Hall & Oates live at the Apollo with David. It's quite interesting, this one, because not only is it on side 2 you've got a load of quite famous Hall & Oates songs like I Can't Go For That, No Can Do, One on One. But on the first side you've got like duets with David Ruffin and Eddie Kendrick, which is really great. You've got like Get Ready, Ain't So Proud to Beg, My Girl, and it's actually really fun to listen to. It's quite well recorded. It's absolutely clean. It only cost me £1, so I thought, oh yeah, I'd go for that. And the cover looks fantastic, so I thought, yeah, that's definitely worth it. I do quite like Hall & Oates. I'm not sure what year it was, but yeah, it's quite a cool album. Next one was what album you listen to more than anything else ever, and for me it is I know it's a CD because I haven't got it on vinyl yet. I don't really buy many new records and it is quite expensive, but hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on one. I might ask it for my birthday or Christmas at some point. But Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, my favourite artist ever, David Bowie. Absolutely astounding album. I think I first listened to it when I was 11. I knew the song Moon Age Daydream. I knew that from Guardians of the Galaxy film, and I just listened to that like listened to that all over and over again, and then I started listening to the album. I knew Starman. I thought, oh yeah. And I started listening to this, and I went out and bought it at HMV, and I had it on my telly, just listening to it pretty much every night when I got home from school. It's just I do listen to a lot of other Dave Bowie albums now, but I think this one is probably my favourite. It's just unparalleled work. It's fantastic, exciting rock and roll. It's hard to put into words really, but there was something really special about this album. It's quite unusual in a way. It's different for rock albums of that time. But yeah, I so enjoyed it. It's brilliant. I love it. Yeah. The next one was like an album with a strange story or something. Or the thing is, all my record buying has been pretty pedestrian. I haven't really bought anything strange, but nothing really strange has happened. I've just walked into a shop and bought things, but I don't know. So I thought, never mind the bollocks. But what happened was, like, I was at a fair. It was just like a summer fair, and I was walking around, and suddenly at this fair there was a stall of records. So going through all those, and I did get quite a lot for about £40 or something. It wasn't very much money. I think it was £20 I paid for quite a few records. Anyway, this was like £3. This is like a mid-80s repress. It's really good condition. And I pulled it out and I looked at the bloke and he said, yeah. So we both had like a mutual appreciation for this album. So it is fantastic. Just musically, it's questionable, but as a piece of history and come on, like Pretty Vacant, it's fantastic. It was good. This album came along and threw everything out, cleaned all away all the dirt, and gave us something exciting, fun to listen to, and just it's so dramatic and cool. I wish there was more stuff like this nowadays in pop music, but absolutely fantastic. Never mind the bollocks. Next one was like an album from like a genre people might know you're into. Well, I'm quite into disco. I listen to a lot of disco. But I don't really know many like famous disco albums, but this one's quite up there. It's Earth, Wind and Fire, I Am from 1979. I think it cost me like £1 at a fair. It's it's got Boogie Wonderland on it. After Love Is Gone, it's really nice. But yeah, I do like it. I like to dance. I like to dance on these songs. So. Yeah, they are groovy. I will give you that. They are very groovy songs. I would recommend this album if you're looking for like a disco album, because disco albums are like few and far between. I think Chic have got quite a few good ones, but yeah, definitely Earth, Wind and Fire, I Am. As a piece, it does work quite well, and it sounds pretty awesome too. Next one was like a song with like a strange, or like an interesting fact about an album. So this is Blondie's Parallel Lines. We've all got one of these. We all know about it. It's fantastic. Hit after hit. One of the best pop albums ever. Just all the songs just staying there all the time. I listen to it quite a few times. I keep coming back to it. And what's quite interesting about this album, what I couldn't believe at first, was that when it was Chris Stein, when he first brought this album to Chrysalis, the management, they said to him, there's no singles on this album. Nothing on this album could ever be a single. I thought, that's unbelievable. And he got stuff like Hanging on a Telephone, all these big songs that became massive. Hanging on a Telephone, One Way or Another. Picture this, that first 3 songs, unmatched, pretty much, unbelievable. Sunday Girl, Heart of Glass. Heart of Glass was like one of the biggest disco songs of the late 70s. And they said, no, there is nothing on this album which we could release on a 45. But yeah, I do love this album. Debbie Harry of Blondie, one of the best front women of a band, I reckon. Definitely great vocalist. The next one, that's quite a fun one. So like a album with a animal on the cover, and so for this one I've gone for Christopher Cross, and it's got a nice flamingo on it. I do like this album. I got it for £1 from like an antique shop not too long ago. It's got Say You Be Mine on it, Never Be the Same, Sailing, which is like the big one. But yeah, quite a lot of people don't like this album. It's quite yacht rocky. So if you like Steely Dan, I'd say probably, or the Doobie Brothers, you might be into it. I quite like it. I really like the production, how the instruments sound. It's very interesting, very cool to listen to. I don't know what am I talking about. It's this lockdown that set my head going, but hopefully it'll be over soon. But yeah, it's got a lot of really cool tracks on it. The next one is an album with interesting artwork, and I thought artwork doesn't get much more interesting than this. And you've got Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. I was thinking, what on earth is going on here? It's quite cool. You've got this flower, it's on fire. You've got this, this pear, it's pretty cool, and her hair's going up here, that face, and it's even madder when you open it up, or not open it up, turn it around. You've got, look at that, crazy artwork. Yeah, the music's just as strange as the cover. Sort of, yeah. If you've heard it, you'll know what it's like. But there you go. I don't know. It's taken me a few listens, but I haven't really got into it yet. I think my dad used to own that, and no, I've never listened to it. But anyway, here is the next one. Which was, what was it? Oh yeah, a good album you can find for cheap. And so for this one, I've gone for one of my favourite bands. It's 10cc and Deceptive Bends. And now, the thing about this album, a lot of people don't really like it because it was the first one after two of their really good songwriters, Godley and Creme, they sort of left the band. So a lot of people think, oh no, this one, it can't be very good. But actually, it's really brilliant. You've got a lot of the same sort of art rock, I'd describe it as. So yeah, quite fun to listen to. It's not, doesn't take itself too seriously. It's quite comical in places. But yeah, you've got loads of great tracks on it. Good Morning Judge, The Things We Do for Love, you might know. And the end of it is like one big sprawling epic called Feel the Benefit, which is really, I'd certainly recommend giving that a YouTube, searching that up, because that is a fantastic little symphony they do at the end. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pop songs. I don't know if you like Queen, you'll probably like this. Yeah, just quite inventive. Sort of inventive chart music, but you can pick it up for like a couple of quid. I've seen it at loads of record fairs for like virtually nothing, and I would probably buy this for some friends if I had friends who got into record collecting. Yeah, the artwork's fantastic. Look at that. I think it was by I can't remember. It was whoever did the artwork, and they did a lot of like Pink Floyd sort of that sort of thing. Did a lot of Pink Floyd covers, but yeah, you got that, and you got the gatefold. Look at that, terrific. But yeah, certainly worth checking out. Deceptive Bends, 10cc. I'll come to the end. And the next one is an album you think is an acquired taste. I think if you looked up acquired taste in a dictionary, this album would be underneath it. It's the Grease soundtrack. I got this for £2 from my local record shop quite a while ago now. It's a early 90s repress, very clean. But yeah, a lot of people I understand why a lot of people do not like the Grease soundtrack. I think it's quite, yeah, it's just enjoyable, fun to listen to, put on and have a laugh with it. But I do feel a bit bad by how many words I do know, how many songs I know the words to. It's quite a lot. It is a real guilty pleasure. You've got this great gatefold. But yeah, I love it. Even the summer nights, I do all the dance moves. But no, I think yeah, it's worth picking up cheap. I wouldn't buy it for like £15. I wouldn't buy it really pressed. Just get a cheap original, or even this one. It was only £2. You know, it's a fun soundtrack. It's a good time to listen to. It's definitely of its time. I don't think it's aged very well. But you know, that's the way it is. It's strange how like you got the running order. You got side 1, which is sort of the most famous song. Side 2, the relegated ones. And side 3, yeah, it's just all some funny rock and roll things and whatever. And last one is an album you bought recently. This is Horn Rock, which is like a compilation of sort of late 60s and early 70s sort of rock songs, but when they had horns in them. Some quite obscure stuff on here. I bought it on Amazon for £5. It was only like, I saw people talking on Twitter about it. I thought, wow, £5. Yeah, it's got to be worth a punt. Yeah, it's really good, brand new, and yeah, 2 LPs in it, so a double album, and it's really fantastic. Actually, it's a lot of Paul Butterfield's Blues Band, Laney Bonnie, Al Cooper. Yeah, it's definitely, it might still be up there. So yeah, it's pretty cool to listen to. So it's sort of like R&B and rock and jazz and soul, stuff that really didn't make a dent on the charts, but it's really cool to listen to. It's quite fun. It sounds fantastic as well, really well mastered. Anyway, that's the end of the vinyl tag. Hope you enjoyed having a quick look at some of my albums. Or quick, it's about 20 minutes, but anyway, I'll see you later. Stay tuned for the next video. Say hi in the comments or whatever, and yeah, I'd like to say hello. So say hello, say hi, say hello. What does that mean? See you later.